Hi, it's Leland Sklar here. I have to tell you, I am such a fan of Roger the Wild Child's show and have had the great fortune to be a guest on his show, which I look forward to doing again. That's what you wanted me to say, Roger, isn't it? I have a little something that I want to share with all of you. It's my book. Kind of weird, isn't it, seeing the two of us together?
Leland Sklar, personal friend of mine. I can't tell you, it's a quantum leap in a collection of shit, okay? This book is full of shit.
Leland, besides being a bad mofo as a bass player, is an author. This book is so badass. There's so many cool pictures. Anybody filled with, like, the middle finger.
Jeff Beck.
Yeah.
Charlie Watts.
I mean, come on.
Hi, I'm Lisa Loeb. And a lot of people have been asking me lately, what have you been reading over the last couple of years? Is this one? Everybody Loves Me by Leland Sklar. Look at this. I'm even in the book. Next to Kevin Bacon, that's 1 degree. Do yourself a favor. Get one of these or more.
Hi, this is Van Dyke Parks, but you probably already know that. You know, a lot of people look at a book like this by the legendary Leland Sklar, Everybody Loves Me, and they go like to the back to see maybe they've been italicized, you know, included. I don't do that. No. I'm way beyond that. I just go to my page with the picture that says, Everybody Loves Me. That's me, Van Dyke Parks.
Hey, I'm Waddy Wachtel. I'm in a band called The Immediate Family. You might want to consider this worthless book by my dear brother Leland Sklar. And it's really hysterically great, and I'd love to have it. It's called Everybody Loves Me. If you can read, I don't know a lot of smart people anymore, but check it out. If you want to get a great present for people, go to lelandsklar'sbeard.com and order yourself a book.
Just get it, okay?
From coast to coast and broadcasting around the world. This is the Hollyweird edition of the Roger the Wild Child Show.
Let's get this party started! Ready, set, go!
On the air everywhere.
It's the Roger the Wild Child Show!
It's time for another kick-ass episode of the Roger the Wild Child Show with your host, Roger the Wild Child, along with his partner in crime, Hollywood hairdresser and musician Darren Sheff, plus the Hollyweird Report with entertainment gossip queen Ika Velli. Let's do this.
It's the Roger the Wild Child Show!
Hey guys, how are you doing? It is Wednesday night. Welcome to Roger the Wild Child Show. That's right. We are back, and is this? No, this is the last day of November. I was thinking it was like November 1st already.
The last day of November. Wow.
It really is. That means...
That's so heartbreaking.
How many more days till Christmas?
I don't know. I don't celebrate Christmas.
No?
I've never celebrated a birthday or any holiday.
Mm. Yeah, I know. You never sent me a birthday present this year. I was kind of disappointed about that, you know?
Hey, I'm just, I don't mean to bring this down right off the get-go, but what the heck happened to Christine McVie from Fleetwood Mac, man? Like,
oh my God, I saw that today. I didn't even get a chance to read into all that, but
it happened fast. Apparently, like Saturday, she got ill out of nowhere, and she's gone. So maybe somebody else will be able to shed some light on this. I don't know, but like something happened fast for her, and it was just like really crazy. So I don't know, but it's just kind of weird, that somebody once again, but I don't know why I say once again shit. Pretty soon it'll be like, did you hear what happened to Darren Sheff? I don't know. He was breathing one day and he's gone the next. So I mean, that's part of the circle, but still it's like, good God, man, he has these iconic people. I remember when I was a kid, my grandmother would be like watching some TV show in the 60s, and it'd be like, wow, Sammy Davis Jr. just died. And you're just a kid. You're like, who?
Who?
And now it's like, man, all these people that you've looked up to and listened to, and it's like, oh my God. And then you go, oh, they're going because I'm next and I'm old. Anyway, I just thought I'd start the show off with such an uplifting topic. But anyway,
yes,
I'm sure that Ike's gonna. You know what I love is the opening and that still of Ike. He's like looking all dapper,
all dead serious.
Yeah, it just cracked me up. I was laughing like,
and we know him as he's not a serious person. That's the funny thing about it.
No, and there he is with that. He's just looking all serious. I'm like, yeah, there it is. He's in the green room. He's got the pose.
Yes.
Can you do that, Roger? None of us can pull it off.
No, we can't do it. We can't pull the Ike.
Wait, we're gonna have to when we get him on here. I'll try it. We'll have to make him do it, and then we'll have to try it.
All right, let's go to the chat room real quick, guys, and say hello. Teresa Sabin from Sabin Marketing says, "Have a great show tonight." We got Tucker Chi says hello. Philip Sanfilippo is watching from San Diego.
Yeah, that pervert. That's my brother's best friend, Todd, in San Diego. That degenerate. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, okay. And Monica DeSanti is here with us as
Another
always.
Another Point Loma, San Diego. Don't mean to interrupt, but look, we got our Point Loma crew.
Yep.
Here we go.
DDA is checking in with us.
Another freak.
Yep. And we got Frankie McDonald also watching.
McDonald.
Frankie. We have to bring Frankie back on for an episode. We have to do that.
Yeah.
I miss chatting with him.
Don's in there.
And of course, Frankie says he's doing great so far.
Does anybody know what triple T means? I know that Philip Sanfilippo knows, but does anybody know what triple T is? He knows what it is. I'll tell you in a little bit. I'll let you know in a little bit. It'll be a surprise. It'll be like a cliffhanger for a little while.
So I do want to make a little announcement here.
Okay.
I'm actually going to be launching another podcast.
Oh, imagine that.
Another one. Do I have time for all this? I don't know. Am I going to pull this off? I don't know.
You will.
But I will say that it's going to be a great show. We got an amazing co-host who's going to be joining me. We're going to do something completely different. It's going to be about relationships, love, and sex. That's all I got to say, and we'll talk about it more later.
Everything you haven't had any of. So, okay, that's good. What a great host to talk about things he's never experienced. This should be good.
So that's the teaser.
I am just kidding.
So watch Facebook, watch all the social media, Instagram, Twitter. We will be gradually kind of releasing the information as we go along, but it's being created, and it's going to be a completely different show. Nothing that I've done with the Nashville show or this show. It's going to be completely different. So
I got to keep my mouth shut because we have a 14-year-old guest on tonight. There's things I'm going to say that are so bad, but I can't say it. Anyway,
next week, Darren.
I will tell everybody this. When Roger told me he wanted to do another podcast, I'm thinking, I said to him on the phone, I said, "Are you freaking crazy, dude? You're going to do a third one into this?" But that's not what you told me. And it made sense when you said it. You said, "Dude, I'm a DJ. I live for this stuff. I love it, man. No matter how chaotic it is, no matter what it takes." And then I started thinking, that's right. This is your world, man. You know,
it is.
It's broadcasting, man. So you could have 20. Yep. Like a guy like me would be like, "Oh my God, why did I do the second one? Why did I do the third one?" But a guy like you could do 20 of them and like go, "I love this." And you're right, because it's your passion, man.
Music is your passion, Darren. And this is something that's actually my passion, and I really enjoy doing it. And so, and that's why I'm here. And that's, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited about this opportunity. It's going to be awesome. I'll be giving you guys a little sneak peeks here and there, and you guys will find out. Philip says I'm a DJ too. DT.
DJ. I'll let you know what the first part means. It means degenerate, even though there's not a G in there. We always laughed and said DJ, like you're a degenerate, a DJ, but there's no G in there. So I'll let that one out of the bag. That's what's funny. Right. You're like, you DJ. But it would be like you, Roger, going, "Darren, you're going to write another song? You're already doing 3. It'd be like, "Oh, yeah, I get it. Yeah." But podcasts are different. But anyway, it's all good. Let's move ahead. What do you say?
Let's go ahead and get Ike on here.
Pull him in.
Pull him in.
Let's sandwich him.
You and me and Ike in the middle.
Let's sandwich the dude.
Hollyweird. Hollyweird. Hollyweird.
Are you ready for some celebrity sleaze? Want to know who's doing who in Hollywood? Our entertainment gossip queen has your 411 off stage and behind the cameras.
Behind the cameras.
And now, the Hollyweird Report with Kylie.
Guys, here he is, Kylie.
Oh, guys.
What?
How are you? How was your Thanksgiving?
It was fabulous. I just kind of chilled, kept it low key, but it was good. And the funny thing is like 10 years ago, when I was married and we lived in Vegas, we used to throw these big Thanksgiving Day parties where 30 to 40 family and friends showed up. And I had to get these party tables. I don't do that anymore. My kids are like, we miss those days, Dad.
I know.
Those were great days, weren't they? Everybody would do an 8-ball of blow and nobody had an appetite. Yeah, look at the turkey. Isn't that
getting
great?
ahead of my gossip there, Darren.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know where we were going with this. Hey, give us the pose, man. Let me see if Roger can do the pose. What is the
Which
pose?
was it? Which one was
the
it?
The one from the beginning of the show. You got like this cool. You're in the intro.
Oh, is it like?
Yeah.
There you go. Strike a pose.
Wait, he's got his hand around his neck. He looks like
I
he's
had it around my neck, I think. Like
Deep
no,
in
your
thought.
face is straight. I can't get my face straight. Anyway.
Oh,
How
so
you guys doing? Listen, I heard what you said earlier about Christine McVie. I'm so saddened by that.
Yeah, it's brutal.
That was that band. They just don't make them like that anymore. Right?
No, they don't. And it's, the whole Fleetwood Mac thing is like iconic in itself. And before Fleetwood Mac formed, there was an album called Buckingham Nicks. It was Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks. And my dad played bass on that whole record. And it was one of the first records that I ever had somebody say, your dad played on this record. And there was a Bonnie and Delaney record. But that was the very first one. I'll never forget this guy. Who's a little bit older than me. Goes, hey man, I see your dad's name on this record, and that was it. It was that original. And there's something iconic about that. So to see this kind of stuff, and see Stevie Nicks flipping out, writing what she wrote on her page, it was pretty heartbreaking.
I know, because I don't know. It just was such a great time, great music, just a lot of fun, and it brings back such amazing memories. And then to see it, it's like you said, Darren, it's like it's a little sad because then you're like, yeah, I think I'm next.
It's not like I think I am. I know I am. I mean,
no, I gotta think. Just so everybody knows, in the chat room, Roger has restricted me from seeing or replying to anything. So
that is not me. Thank you so much.
It is. Yeah, it is.
I'll give you access next week. Okay.
Yeah. So I did see Elaine Fedor pop up, and she's amazing.
She goes, we were 8-ball thin. Good times.
We were. Oh my God. I could walk into a supermarket and the automatic doors would never open. That's how thin I was.
Don Schwartz, I just got home. Did she die? Yes, unfortunately she did.
She did, man. Yeah.
So just a quick thing. I am wearing Sue's GX Designs. I just want to let you know that I have a show this Saturday in New York City off Broadway at the Triad Theater, and Sue's has created a couple of costumes for my show. Campy, fun. Anybody in New York City, come out. 7 p.m. I wish you guys could come.
What's the name of the show?
Mary, what child is this?
I love it.
Never a lack of imagination from this guy. I mean, it's like, and just really quickly, I want to say something because I can see the guests going, where's Kylie? She's coming on. This is the opening. I promise you. We'll get there to her. We all want to get to her too. So anyway, to all those guests asking in the chat room, we got her coming up. Promise you.
So we'll talk about deaths before I get into the gossip. So Irene Cara too.
Right.
Isn't that sad? 63. That's too young.
What a feeling.
Take your passion. You were just talking about passion.
Yeah, man.
And a shout out to birthdays today. Woody Allen is 86.
Good God.
Right.
Really?
That means he's back
Woody Allen?
Just like his wife.
How old is she now? 40?
He robbed the cradle with that one.
22.
Speaking of rocking the cradle, Billy Idol, 66. I didn't even plan that one.
Oh, wow. Really?
Billy Idol is 66 today.
Wow.
Just goes to show you.
Rock the cradle of
so bad, is it? All right, let's get right into the gossip, guys. So
Before
Danny-
we get to the
go ahead.
before we get to the gossip.
Mhm.
All right, I have to ask you this real quick question, okay? Have you heard about this new horror movie with the Grinch?
No.
It's
A
called
horror movie?
Yes, The Mean One. This is a horror movie, and he kills Cindy Lou's parents in the movie.
If I had pearls on, I'd be clutching them right now. Are you kidding me?
No, it's coming out in December. Is that crazy? Right? And it's supposed to be like a mock, like a scary movie type thing, like like a comedy version of a horror movie. But yeah, I mean, look at this. I mean, this is the Grinch going around killing people. Yeah.
That's what I look like.
He does look pretty horrific, even in the original. I mean, it's but this is a little like, oh my God, seriously, who's gonna go watch this? I'm not into horror movies.
People will see it. Trust me, they're gonna be like, oh yeah.
That's what I look like at 7 a.m. going to a set, man, after being up all night to do someone's hair, man. On a freaking movie set at 7 a.m. It's like, where am I supposed to go? Freaking chain smoking. And, yeah,
that's what he looks like.
And you guys want to know? Hang on a second. I'm going to pull this up too. There's another scary movie coming out, and let me get that image.
We see it right now.
Do you?
Yeah, you.
Nope.
If you pull up my picture, Roger.
Oh my God!
Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey is coming out in February. It's a horror movie with Winnie the Pooh.
This is ridiculous.
It looks like he had plastic surgery. That's all. It looks like every other Hollywood freaking plastic surgery gone bad. That needs to be on one of those shows. Poor Winnie.
Right. I mean, honestly.
That's just bad plastic surgery, right?
Instead of a bowl of honey, it's going to be a bowl of blood.
Yes.
They put some weight on him and did the wrong plastic surgery. It's like that. I got the try to get the chin out of there, man. And
I don't know.
That's what will they think of next, right? Now destroy all your kids' dream shows,
Do you
Roger,
like
try and
horror
make
movies?
that face like that.
Do you like horror movies? I don't.
I don't. No.
I love horror movies.
You do?
Yeah. Any horror movie. I love horror movies. Yeah.
So,
anyway. All right. So let's get to the gossip now because I can't get that vision out of my head. Thank you very much. I'm
trying to think of who that looks like with that weird, like a big lip with that freaking dent in it like that. There's somebody that looks like that. We've seen people like that. Oh, Tom Selleck without the mustache. That's what that is.
Oh,
that's why those guys have those mustaches because they got such a big upper, right?
We'll call this guy Magnum PU.
Oh, wow. He knows where to pull these from.
All right. Danny Masterson is in the news, peeps.
What's up with Danny?
We all know, just for the people out there that don't, he starred in That 70s Show. And in 2020, he was charged with 3 counts of rape. And the victims all stating incidents happened during 2001 and 2003 when the show was a hit. The jury began deliberations 2 weeks ago. And after 4 weeks of testimonies from victims, today, the judge declared a mistrial.
What?
After a hung jury. They couldn't make up their mind.
A hung jury.
What a horrible thing to say during a rape trial.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm going.
Yeah,
wow.
I couldn't believe it. So he was on that show and they pulled him off. It was with Ashton Kutcher back. It was on Netflix. Did you watch this?
I didn't.
Yeah. it had a bunch of oh god. Now I'm not going to remember that. They were really. Deborah Winger was in it. Ashton Kutcher and that. I can't think of the other gentleman's name. But anyway, so they let him go because of this.
I mean, here's another string of things, right? Coming around the corner.
I don't know. Like in this case, how do you get? You can't come to a decision.
How do you get off?
On that 70s show.
It's either a hung jury. Wow, that's interesting for this case, or you get off. I mean,
how can I get on that jury?
Oh my
I
God.
don't know.
We're
I
horrible.
don't know.
We're going to hell.
Yes.
Anyway,
we are.
If it's not true and the guy got fired from his show, can he sue the Netflix? I don't know. But
I don't know.
They may bring it back to court. So, okay. As much as I can't stand seeing Kanye West's name,
He's back in the news again.
as of last evening, he and Academy Award winner Kim Kardashian have settled their divorce settlement.
Did they finally?
Yes. He has to pay $200,000 a month in child support. Right.
good God.
That's it.
200,000. Please.
For what?
Well, did you know he changed his name too? What was it? Yee?
Yee, Y-E. Yes.
And they're still going to make him pay 200, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
What Yee translates to dope. So he has to pay a half of the children's education and security expenses.
Oh, that's where so really the education expenses, the $30,000 a year for private school, and then the rest is for security. I mean, how much food can those kids eat? I mean, how much sweet shrimp are they going to get at the freaking sushi bar?
I don't know. I mean,
let's get real.
Say forget Yee and just say Yikes is his name.
Well, that's part of your name in there.
I am really tired of hearing about him. I honestly am. And the fact, $200,000, and I think that's, well, it's $100,000. I think for each kid.
That tells you how much money that guy's got, because it's based on how much money you make. So it really isn't anything about, anything other than that. So I mean, if the guy's making $100,000 a year, those kids would be getting probably friggin' $1,000 a month. But because he makes the money he makes, he's got to kick out $200,000. Which, I don't know what little punk's worth that, but anyway, even your own. I'm just teasing.
I don't know. I'm wondering if they would have had to lower the amount of child support he had to pay, because he went through so many attorneys during all this. A handful of different attorneys he's fired and hired, and then also too he's blown off depositions. So I'm wondering if that's the reason why.
Yeah, he's blowing off things.
I just want to go back to Danny.
Philip wants to know what Kanye's net worth is.
More than me.
Yeah, I wish they were talking about me as much as him and I had his money. I'll tell you what, you could talk shit all day long. I'd be fine.
Right?
You know what, Philip, since, Roger's blocked me from commenting, try to Google what Kanye's net worth is. I'm so curious. You could find it online. It's there. If you could find Kim Kardashian's porn, you could find that.
Oh, God. Kylie's in the green room. Kylie, I told you, plug your ears until it's showtime, okay?
Well, you didn't call today's show Roger the Tame Show, so.
No, I did not.
Right.
I did not.
Roger the Mild Child.
Kylie's fans are in, and they are blowing up the chat already. They want Kylie, so she will be
coming. She's coming. We got two more, Todd and Julie Chrisley. Have you heard of these two?
Yeah, I haven't.
Yeah, they're in jail now.
Reality hit show Chrisley Knows Best, which has been on the USA Network for 10 years, has now been canceled.
Imagine
They've been sentenced together, total 19 years in prison for fraud and tax evasion. Another smart couple.
Yes. Now, are they going to be able to share the same cell together because they're married?
No, I think it's going to be like Teresa Giudice and her husband, who's no longer in the States. So the husband, Todd, has been sentenced to 12 years in federal custody. Oh, how lucky. And then 16 months of probation. And Julie, the beautiful wife, has 7 years in prison with also 16 months of probation. You know what I say to that, boys? Jesus Chrisley.
Your jokes crack me up.
You know what?
They don't know best.
They don't.
All right, one more, and I swear I'll let everybody get Kylie in. So
okay.
This is a good one. I like this one. This one is about August Alsina. Now he is, I believe, a rapper, and he was currently on The Surreal Life. And 2 years ago, he was involved with Jada Pinkett. What's her name? Pinkett. Pinkett Smith.
Pinkett.
Right? This is when Will and Jada were on a break.
Oh.
So the rapper has now come out as LGBTQ. And I just want to thank Mr. Jada Pinkett for bringing him right over to me. She's got our hands full there, Jada. I mean, outside of Liza Minnelli, Jada has now been in a relationship with 2 gay men as well.
So what do you call that person? What's the right? Oh, bi. Yeah. I don't know anymore. I'm getting old. I'm like, I forget what these pronouns are and everything. And it's not because I don't want to try and make somebody feel comfortable, but I can't remember what the hell I did 2 days ago. And then there's all these things that are just so confusing. And it's like, man, I mean, nobody's more open to things than me. I'm a freaking Hollywood hairdresser, but it's like, God, man, I'm old and I'm afraid to say the wrong thing. Like I grew up in Southern California. So every other word's like, dude, what's up? It's like, it's like the word just comes out and it's like, I mean, oh God.
Yeah. What's really sad right now is that when you apply for a job, they ask you what your pronoun is. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? For a job interview, they want to know your pronoun?
Well, you're sensitive about everything in life. I mean, back in the day in the 70s, you couldn't say, oh my God, are you pregnant? And the woman's not, It's like,
And doctors were smoking cigarettes on commercials going in the 60s. These are healthy. And then 10 years later, they're all dying of cancer. So you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
Anyway, it's all good. I think people can tell when you're saying something, whether you're doing it to be malicious or you're just fucking old and stupid.
We could still be respectful and still make fun of Mr. Jada Pinkett.
Yes, we can.
That is right.
That is right. Well, guys, I love you both. Thank you so much for having me.
We love you too.
We love you too, Ike Avelli.
What a feeling. No pun.
What a feeling.
I'm going to go listen to that album she had out. It was really good.
Yeah, she was incredible. That was a great movie too, wasn't it?
I never seen it.
Oh, well.
I never seen. Was it called Flashdance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the fact that it has the word flash in there would have made, that's what caught Roger's attention, not the dance part, just the flash part.
Oh my God.
He was like all over that thing, like, what's this, man? Huh? Hands up, right, everybody. Let's see your hands.
Bring Kylie in. She is waiting.
All right.
Guys, blow up the chat. Put Kylie in the chat, guys, if you want to see Kylie. Ike Avelli, thank you so much. We will see you next week.
See you, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Ike.
Freaking guy kills me, man. Always turns me into a good mood, man. It's crazy. I'm not that I'm in a bad mood coming in here, but that's a way to open this damn thing up. You're just looking at his beautiful face and this funny sense of humor, and it's like, I don't care what's on your mind, man. That guy freaking set you straight. That's good stuff.
All right, so everybody is let's see here. Let's go to the chats real quick.
Everybody is
Kylie. We want Kylie. All right.
Kylie, let's bring her in, man. What do you say? Or actually, you know what? We had some technical difficulties, and I'm sorry, people. We'll be back next week with Kylie. But thanks for tuning in.
All right, guys, we'll bring Kylie on here. But first, let's I'm going to play a video. You might remember this song. Remember Bop by Hanson?
Check it out, man. Let's go.
All right, let's go.
Inside, only one or two will last. You go through all the pain and strife and turn your back, they're gone so fast. Oh yeah.
texting on your phone during class? Do you want detention, young lady?
Bro, it's the last day of school.
Oh, yes. Let's bring her on, guys.
Come on.
What's up, guys? It's Kylie.
Wow.
Everybody's been waiting for me.
Everybody's been
They
waiting
have
for
been.
you.
You're right. We're like opening it up and they're like, going, come on, get her on there. Yeah, I can see why now. My goodness.
Wow,
So
a star's
how long
born.
did you do that song?
I was 14. Yeah, that was just recently, I think, recorded a couple months ago. I want to say like 3.
Just
Wow.
a
quote
couple months?
Don't quote me. It's probably been like a month.
We're not splitting hairs here. So I
probably
love
like
this.
a month. I
Well,
don't
it's been like 45 days and a half. You know, it's like, you know how kids are at this age. How old are you? 14 and a half and 3 days away from. It's like, no, that was great.
When you were 12, did you call yourself a preteen?
I most definitely did. I was always like trying to one up it. I'm like, yeah, I'm 12 right now, but like 13 on Friday, Saturday, I'm 15, 16. I'm, you know,
Oh yeah, that was great, man. That was really cool. The whole thing like brought me back to how fun that age was, man. I'll be honest with you, just watching all that and seeing all the extras and everybody in the video, man. It was like, oh, those are the best days of your lives, man. Incredible.
You know what's funny? I don't want to interrupt, but
No.
I'm going to tell you a little backstory. So what's funny is we actually didn't even have anyone to be in that video except for me and DJ Sophia, which is, you know, a little cool DJ you see. So we actually didn't have anybody. We were the only 2 people. We had our cameraman, what he had brought, and a couple people in our family. It was nobody there. And we were in a school. So we're like filming for like a good 2 hours. And into our 2 hours, we figure out that there's theater kids literally practicing theater, like
really
right there. And I'm like,
incredible.
This is perfect. We have to ask them if they have to be in it. Like we have to do everything. So they signed papers. We got them in the video, and it was great. Like it turned out.
That's incredible.
I love that story.
It was great.
Well, once again, it's one of those Cinderella stories, man. It's like just unplanned, and there's the magic. Just like the music too. It's like, wow, sometimes it just comes out of nowhere. And there's the mystery, man. It's great. Even right down to the art of the video. It's like, wow, man, you know, it's just anything can change at any moment, and there it is. And a lot of art's that way. I mean, it's just the way it goes, and that's what makes it so incredible. That was great, though.
We talked about a month ago. We were actually talking about you a little bit. We had Tony Mercedes on the show, who is your manager. That's why you're here, because I mean, great talent. Great guy. And you know, and the funny thing is that Tony is also helping Kel Adore, who is also on our show. Yeah. They're writing music together, so that's exciting. So I can't wait, because I talked to Kel last night, and I guess they are writing a great song with his team, and she can't wait to release the song. So that is going to be really, really cool. But yeah, Tony is amazing. I like Tony. You couldn't ask for a better manager.
You really can't.
He really has a lot of passion.
You really can't. No, he motivates me so much. Like so much. I never want to do anything. he's always the motivator.
He's much more than a manager, man. That guy's like, after that interview, man, it was like just me even being just, in my world at my age, man, I was like, this guy freaking motivated me too, man, just as a human being. I mean, he's got the manager aspect, he's got the music aspect, but his soul is just like incredible, man. If you meet that guy and he doesn't you don't walk away a better human being, man, there's something horribly wrong with you. I mean, I'm not just saying that. I mean, the guy's really that's what he did to me. I got off there and I thought, man, you know what? I can be cynical. I can be all these things. And I walked away from that interview with that guy that night, literally feeling like a better person, man, because his vibe is just, and it's so positive. And, not to say that he probably couldn't go through some strifes in his life like we all do, but I'll tell you, man, as a manager, and that's what my mother did for actors, man. It's like they kind of take a lot while lifting everybody else up, man. And, that's part of the sacrifice. But that guy was incredible. I'm glad that he's on your team.
Yeah.
And he found you when you were on YouTube and only had 96 subscribers. And he said, that girl is something. And then all of a sudden, boom, you've blown up. And
no, it wasn't even. It was definitely a longer process. It was definitely a way longer process.
Here we go.
But I don't know. It was just it was weird. It came out of really just nowhere. But in a good timing in a way, because it was kind of where my voice was developing, and I was I was turning 13, and everything was kind of just working. So, and what's funny? He didn't know me at all, but he knew my father. So they were already good friends, and me and Tony were already best friends.
Nice.
Besties. So by the time we actually started working together, he sat me down. He was like, Kylie, I have a song for you. You get the song done by Friday. I think it was maybe a couple days before Friday. He's like, you get the song done by Friday, you record it, you send it to me, and I'll decide if I want to work with you. I sent it to him literally.
What song was it?
The day it was, you guys don't know this. You guys don't know this song. This is unreleased. This is just a song that was done.
Okay.
Actually,
gotcha.
You don't know this. It's called I Won't Give Up. I think it is on my YouTube. You might see a clip of it on my YouTube.
Okay.
Let me ask you this.
Right.
So when he said, I want you to record this, did he send you a track and you took it into, do you have your own DAW, or did you go in a recording studio? How'd you get that done? I'm just curious.
So it was funny. When before I met Tony, a little bit before I met Tony, my dad had actually bought a bunch of studio equipment for me to actually start recording my own self, but I didn't really know how to do it. So I was kind of just starting, and I'd watched YouTube videos on just kind of how you get it started.
What were you using? GarageBand or Fruity Loops or something?
Presonus. I was using
Presonus.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have the whole little just kind of next to me and everything.
Good.
So yeah, I had that before. I recorded it. I recorded it by myself, and then we went to Atlanta, and I recorded it I met Tony for the first time.
Oh, okay.
And I recorded it, and I also met this great coach, Makiba Banks. Or not Makiba Banks. I said Makiba Banks. I met Makiba Woods. Oh Lord.
It's okay.
That's gonna come back to haunt me.
No, it's not.
I'm sorry, y'all. I love y'all. I know your names. I'm sorry. I'm just stressed.
It's all good, man.
But yeah, she's amazing. She's a great coach, and we worked together, and we did the song, and that was probably one of my best songs that I ever recorded at such a young age. So
that's awesome.
I love it, all within 1 year.
Yeah, right.
I was 3 months younger when I recorded that one. This is what kills me here. That was 3 months ago. I was really young then, Anyway, I'm sorry. I have to roast you on that because I love it. It's so great. I was really young. It's like, oh yeah, I did 5 songs. Oh, what, over a 5-year period? No, in the last 3 months. When
more like 100, but who's counting?
Right.
All right, so we're on the air with Kylie Marshall. She is 14 years old. She's a rising superstar, and she's America's pop princess. You can call and talk to her live on the air right now, 845-400-WILD. Here we go.
Now you want to blow up my phone.
Have a question or comment? Studio lines are wide open. 845-400-WILD. 845-400-WILD. That's 845-400-WILD. Give us a call and get on the air right now. 845-400-WILD.
845-400 WILD. Give us a call. We are live with Kylie Marshall. So, Kylie, interesting story I heard about the other day. Apparently, you left school early from Secret Service.
Oh, okay. So, there's actually a couple situations I have with Secret Service. So I'm trying to think of which story. Oh no,
More than one?
I'm being for real. I have a lot of stories with like Secret Service because my dad, he works like with them and stuff like that. So like I was always around them as a kid. So I have a lot of stories. A lot. I don't know which one.
I guess they're not secrets anymore.
Yeah, I guess not. Yeah, I don't know which one you're talking about, man.
Well, the other day you left school early is what I was told.
She probably left school early a lot of days.
I did.
And she's confused on which one of those days she left early.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think. I think I'm not sure which day you're talking about, but I do remember where I was having to be like walked around by Secret Service because of kids at my school. And just them knowing about like what I do. It's very stressful, and a lot of kids will either bully you or follow you and not leave you alone. So it was a mix of that, and I had to kind of have just
right.
Yeah.
And let's touch base on that a little bit.
I'm homeschooled now. now.
Right, because you just recently, just like in the last week or two, you became homeschool. I guess, and we're gonna get on a serious side here for a moment. Let's talk about bullying, and and you've obviously been a victim of bullying. And it happens in the schools every day. And the problem is the kids are always quiet. They will not talk to their parents about it. They are, it's just, and how did you deal with it being bullied?
I feel like you never really deal with it. It's not something you kind of get over or you kind of overcome. Same thing as depression. You don't really overcome something because emotions come from anywhere. You have different emotions anytime. So I didn't really deal with it. I kind of just ignored it. Of course, for some people that's a little bit hard, but as you know, that some people don't like to speak up about it. So in those situations, what you can do is there are like signs, and if you don't know any signs, you can kind of just see if like they're eating right or they're talkative or how they're just talking to you. You can kind of tell what somebody's thinking or if they're getting bullied just by the way they talk to you, because when you get bullied, you feel vulnerable.
Right.
And you feel like embarrassed almost to kind of tell somebody that you're getting bullied. Even if it's an adult, it's embarrassing for you to like say it out loud and be like, I'm getting bullied, because like it's such a topic that's like, oh, like stop bullying, guys. And then that's it.
The kids have too much pride, and they don't want them. They don't want parents thinking that they want to think they have all the friends in the world, and they don't want to feel like failures to their parents, and so they keep quiet all the time. And sadly, this is around schools all over the United States. Every single day, bullying is going on, and it's what would be your advice to kids your age on how to speak up and how to, address this instead of just bottling it inside and just, because they're going to school, they're crying on their way to school. They don't want to be, they got a fear of going to school.
Yeah.
So what would be your advice to those kids?
My first piece of advice, please talk to your parents. Because the quicker that you communicate with your parents about how you're feeling, the quicker things can really get done. And you'd be surprised. Like I don't have no problem with any kid now, because I talked to my parents and we got it figured out. So definitely talk to your parents and let them know what's going on, and make sure you have a good connection of understanding from both parts, of course.
Right.
And another advice I would also give is just to ignore. Like, don't even, because it's not really gonna matter in like the next a minute or so. Like you're gonna be like, you know, downstairs, like eating food. You're not gonna care about what that person just said. Like, you know, you're only gonna care about it for a second, and you might think about it again, and then it's gone. So I want people to really just don't stop doubting yourself and like, oh, I can't overcome this. I'm it's too much. I can't. Don't doubt yourself. You can really do what you put your mind to. And I know a lot of people say that and it's like corny, but you can, because I did it. I strictly put my mind in this mindset where like, don't care about what they say. Like, no. And that is a corny like line, because I feel like a lot of people say that.
Right.
But it's true.
Yes.
It's really true. Like, put yourself in a mindset where you don't care about what people are saying about you, or you don't feel like you have to meet up to other people's standards, you know? And that's huge. That's huge nowadays. Meeting up to people's standards and comparing yourself is huge.
Oh boy. Hey, I got a question for you. Did this bullying start when you started kind of being known for singing and starting to do, or did it start before then?
Way before.
So it's a whole different thing. I have kids, and you know, they're you know, my youngest boy is 18. My girls now are 21 and 24. But I remember, you know, it wasn't long ago that they were in school, and yeah, you know, with social media, there's so much more stuff. I mean, and bullying's been around forever. Sadly, adults do it too. That's what's really crazy, man. In different ways,
they do.
It's like, you know, and so it depends on who the person is. I mean, if you're an extrovert like me, you're a counterpunch and you're going to freaking try and do it. But if you're an introvert and you're somebody that's shy, and, you know, I have some people like that in my family too, they're not going to stand up for themselves. And so, you know, and then there's people that are kind of hybrids. Like my kids, one of them's exactly like me. The other one's just like my wife. The other one's a hybrid between me and my wife. So, I mean, you know, and it really all depends on how these people are, you know, and how they're going to respond to things. So everybody's a little bit different too. So I'd say what you said, like, go tell your parents. And that's a hard thing for a 12-year-old to do just in general at that age, just to go talk to your parents. But you're right. No one's gonna protect you more like your parents, man. They're gonna come out.
I mean, like, even if you don't have a good relationship with your parents, tell them either way.
Right.
It doesn't matter.
Because at the end of the day, they care about you. They care about your upraising. And the thing is, it's not about the kids telling the parents. Parents, you need to open your eyes.
Yeah.
You need to see the signs. You need to acknowledge things. And so you need, because your kids may not come to you. And so you may have to say, you know, something's wrong. I mean, if you're dropping your kid off at school and he's crying, and he's fine during the day, you need to go and do something. You need to have that conversation. And
guys, not like he's just going, oh God, I hate math. I'm going to cry all the way to school.
Right.
So anyway, you know what? Yeah, that's some really good stuff to talk about right there. And I'm glad we got to hash some of that out, because I remember some of that stuff with my kids. I remember my daughter getting bullied, man. When she was like in third grade, just even that young little kid, man, punching her in the stomach, man. We had just moved to Nashville too. And she wasn't telling anybody this was happening, but she turned into a whole different person. And when I found that out, we went to the school. They said they were going to do something. And, you know, sometimes they have talks and it doesn't really get through. And the parents on the other end aren't really being proactive. And I went nuts, man. I went freaking walk after, like, we talked to the principals, and we, you know, like, and she kept telling me this was going on. I walked into the classroom one day. I was a psycho dad, man. I walked up to that kid's desk and I go, bam, right on his desk. I said, you put your hands on my daughter again, dude. I go, you're going to deal with the dad here. You understand? And the teacher's like looking over at me, man. And she didn't say a word. And I walked out, and that was the end of what that kid did. But, you know, I tried to do all the right things before then. But it's like, that's what parents will do. It's like, I'm willing to go into that school and have them go, this psycho guy. You know, but that was also, you know, whatever, 12 years ago, but, you know, you know, so anyway, does that inspire you to write music at all? Any of that stuff?
Yes, of course. I'm always thinking about writing music, especially in every conversation I have, because I have to always think, because I'll be like, oh, wait, that's good. And I'll write it down. I'll be like, oh, yeah. But, you know, of course, this inspires me to write music so much. And I have written music just about these very topics. I have music that is coming out that are about these very topics.
Good for you.
That's awesome. Yes.
Yeah.
It's like Toby Keith's song. It's How Do You Like Me Now? I mean, it's about him, you know, being picked on
Revenge.
in school. And then boom, he's a big superstar, right? In country music. And it's like, how do you like me now? It's like,
I gotta make one like those. I think I actually have one like those.
Do you?
I do. I think I do. Yep.
I got one like that's called "I Hate You Now." No, I'm just kidding. But here's the
mine's
thing.
called "Wish You Were Me."
What's that?
It's called "Wish You Were Me."
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
You know what though? That's great, and it sounds really intriguing and has your interest. But there's some people, that honestly, they could write about it, they could do everything, and once again, it's all that's good relief and therapy for some people, while other people, everybody's makeup and DNA is a little bit different. So there are people that do that. That's their therapy, but they also have problems too and can't overcome it. So. It's good to just those messages through those songs could really pull somebody out of like a corner because they're by themselves, in their locked in their room, social media. And if they're not talking about it and they hear something like that, man, what a great dose of medicine for them. So that's going to be great. That's a really good, helpful thing that you're going to be doing. I can't wait to hear that stuff.
Yeah, same here.
So I do want to and wait for the people here. It's not a very repulsive song. Like, oh, you wish you were me. Yeah. Like no, it's like it's an overcoming song. It's just like
good.
Yeah,
I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah.
So let's shift gears for a second here. You have new music out. You have a song called Fireflies.
Yes.
Completely different song from doing bop. It looked like you've matured a lot.
In 2 months.
In 2 months, yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about Fireflies.
Fireflies, yes. So Fireflies was, I think, one of the songs we were going to actually scrap. And like I had gotten Fireflies when I was 12. Somebody had written the song for me, actually.
Okay.
And I was like, we need to tweak this a little bit and stuff like that. So we kind of worked on the song together. And it was funny because I was 12 and I just met like Tony and all that and all this stuff. And he helped me with like getting like songs and just getting prepared and stuff like that. So that particular song wasn't even supposed to be a song. So for me to actually sit here today and talk about it is just crazy to think about because I wasn't thinking about like ever like sitting down here like, yeah, I did Fireflies and it was great. And I just don't think I didn't think I'd be here today talking about it. But it was a really good song to record. And I think the meaning behind it was really like it was different because it's like a fun pop song, fireflies in the summer nights. But it's more of like a nothing's gonna bring me down kind of song. Like I can really overcome a lot of things like daytime and nighttime. Like like it's a deep meaning. Like, and it's good to know meanings of songs because when you actually listen to the song and you already know a meaning to like the song, it gets you closer. So I'm glad I could like it.
So in other words, it's like just because I'm a firefly and you can see me lit up at night, I'm still alive during the day. And even if you can't see me and I'm not lit up and you see my rear end going through the air. In a sense, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I got the song queued up. So let's check it out.
out.
Here we go. Kylie Marshall and Fireflies.
Fireflies in the summer nights, I'm just catching vibes and I feel alright and nothing's gonna bring me down. Keep my heart up in the clouds. Fireflies in the summer nights, I'm just catching vibes and I feel alright and nothing's gonna bring me down. Keep my heart up in the clouds. Let me pink, 'cause I found bliss in the simple things. If I stay in all day and sit back and unwind. I think about it all the time. I don't need to go out to be summertime fun. I can wake up and make up and do it myself. But I can't leave my house without my wallet and my smile. Butterflies in the daytime, fireflies in the dark. I'm not saying we could change the world, but I've got somewhere to start. Fireflies in the summer nights, I'm just catching vibes and I feel right and nothing's gonna bring me down. Keep my heart up in the clouds. Fireflies in the summer nights, I'm just catching vibes and I feel right and nothing's gonna bring me down. Keep my heart up in the clouds. I'm still young, I'm still figuring out a way. I'm in my place, but my head's alright. I don't need to worry about nobody but me. I think I want the world to see all the things I've dreamed of, possibilities. I don't fit in, unwritten, my page is gonna turn. Forgive my offense in nature, but I've worked and I've learned. Butterflies in the daytime, fireflies in the dark. I'm not saying we could change the world, but I've got somewhere to start. Fireflies in the summer nights, I'm just catching vibes and I feel right and nothing's gonna bring me down. Keep my heart up in the clouds. Fireflies in the summer nights, I'm just catching vibes and I feel right and nothing's gonna bring me down. Keep my heart up in the clouds. Fireflies in the summer nights, I'm just catching vibes and I nothing. Keep my fireflies in the summer nights, I'm just catching vibes and nothing. Keep my
Fireflies, Kylie Marshall, and on the Roger the Wild Child show. What a beautiful song,
Wow.
upbeat. I mean, it's just you could tell the contrast of your music style between those two, between Bop and Fireflies. I mean, you've got a lot of talent in there. Okay.
There's definitely a lot. I do so many different genres. Y'all are gonna hear so many crazy different songs. But no, it's crazy looking at that video, knowing that was literally filmed just a couple months ago, and like seeing like how much I've changed, like how much my hair's grown. Like,
yes,
what? I feel like I just filmed that video like yesterday. It was cool to film though. Scary. I almost died. Don't stand on the edge of a cliff that's like hundreds of feet high. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah. Don't do that.
I'll take your advice. Thank you for telling me that.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Because that was not fun.
Okay, so we're gonna go to the phone lines right now. We have a phone call from let's see here. Bring the caller on the phone and they can tell us who they are. All right. You're on the air with Kylie Marshall.
Yes, hi, I'm Kylie Marshall's mom.
My mom is on the phone. Hi, Mom.
I'm calling from Florida and I'm so proud of her.
Hello, Mom. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm just, I'm sitting back and I'm watching my baby and I'm just super
Mom,
proud
are you
of
crying?
her.
Are you crying? Are you crying?
Everything that she has accomplished, and I just wanted to be on the record that I'm really proud of all the accomplishments she's made.
Oh, she's done a great job, and we love her music, and she has a great story to tell. And you know what? She obviously had some great upraising from some parents, two great parents, obviously. And you know what? And it's so great to see you and her dad be able to support her and be able to, help her fulfill those dreams. And, and I really am so glad that you actually called in because, as a parent, you got to be proud of her.
Oh, absolutely. I do nothing but cheer her on. And she knows that in whatever it is that she's going through, that no matter how hard it is, and I tell her every time, like, it's okay to go through things, but it's also okay to get past it. And I think she's doing a phenomenal job at that, and at least recognizing that it's okay to feel what she's feeling, but to be strong in her feelings and move forward.
Now, you're a parent, you're a mother, and, where we were touch basing earlier about the whole bullying thing. coming from a parent point of view here, I mean, when did you realize this was going on?
I mean, this has been going on for a really, really long time since she was very young. She was just always very different, and she liked to do the things that other kids weren't really into. She was always into music, and it's really hard to find other kids that are into the same things you are. So kind of pressured her dad into putting her into, you know, music classes and stuff, just so she can have an outlet, because she didn't really have that many friends.
Right.
And when she started tapping into that, I mean, we just started to see a whole different person. But then 2 years ago, when she did start that, it just became a whole different type of bullying. And, you know, to the point where, I mean, just recently, I really didn't want to bring this up, but just recently she had, you know, some kids at school record a video that got over 400,000 views of just, you know, kind of like a video that wasn't really showing the truth or what really happened in that scenario. And they were really teasing her. And, you know, I told her, you know, we can go public, we can do this, we can do that, you know, and, you know, as a parent, I just wanted to go up to Virginia and just be like, you know, what's going on here? Kind of like the crazy parents you were talking about earlier. But, you know, talking with her dad, like she says, he's too little and I'm too much. So we found a and, you know, just discussing it as two parents and that really, truly care about her and want her to accomplish all her goals. We just kind of just took her out of school. We said, you know, forget this. You know, it's not okay for them to keep treating you like this and nothing's really happening. What's sad is that these schools aren't really doing as much, even when these kids are speaking out. So they become like attacked even more than they were originally. So it's really tough to see these kids. I mean, she got even bullied for her posture, the shoes she was wearing. And I'm like, listen, you know, just keep going. You're going to be able to buy every shoe in the store.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, listen, I grew
to pass this hump.
No, you know what? It's true. And you're 14 and your mom's a, you know, great, you know, backbone for you. And, you know, growing up in the music business too, you know, back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, my mom was, you know, same thing, good stage manager, but a mother, you know, was just always looking out for her kids. And, you know, no matter how much success we achieved in the music business or, you know, how much radio time or whatever, there's always some haters out there. How did you get there? You suck. You're awful. And so being a performer, no matter what, you're going to get that. Like, wow, you sound like a karaoke singer. How'd you? I mean, and, you know, you can't please everybody. And, you know, being an artist and being able to become successful, that's part of it. It's sad, but it's part of it. But there's a fine line with somebody's just being a jerk and throwing some dumb comment out there and somebody actually like possibly maybe stalking or scaring you or something like that. That's happened too. So, you know, but I love your mom.
But like she said, Tony's been a huge motivator because it's really hard for kids to listen to their parents, even though,
right.
You know, when times get tough, they come to the parents. But I'm so glad she came to us because it was the best decision she ever made.
That's good.
Yeah.
And I'm glad Tony's working with her because, again, he motivates everything she does. So
did Tony produce that last song for you?
Fireflies?
Yeah.
He has produced every music I have ever recorded
since
I was 12.
Nice.
Isn't that incredible, man? I mean, I was listening to that because I'm a musician. So I'm listening to the song, but I'm also listening to the production because that's part of me being a musician.
Yeah.
And I'm listening to like the vocal sound, man, you know, and like the slapback delays. And, you know, isn't that fun when you start hearing that stuff? I remember that's like, you know,
It's like the cherry on top. It's like so exciting to hear. You're like, oh my God, it's there. It's the part, and you
Right.
again.
And then it's like, okay, there it's in the mix. So we need to tuck it back just a little bit. That's the perfect amount of slap, and then, and then there's that airiness that they got a filter on you to really give some air behind you. And I heard it and I was like, oh yeah, because I use in some of that. It's literally called air, it's like, it's great. Not that you can't sing with a lot of air, but it just kind of like really accentuates it. Yeah. And so I love all that stuff, and I'm listening to that in that production, and it's great. I loved it. I love the vocal, chain that they put on to enhance what you did. But you can't fake that. You got to be able to deliver it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, obviously.
And there's got to be emotion behind it, because they can put all that stuff on there, but if the emotion's not in the track, man, sorry, none of that stuff's gonna work. And it worked for you because you got the right vibe. So it's totally cool.
No, but literally, I feel like performing is like therapy for me. It's like therapy. It's like
exactly, yeah.
It's literally just like helping yourself, just in a different form. It's like a different coping mechanism, but you don't think of it as a coping mechanism. It's like something you do, but it does help.
Listening to you talk and thinking you're 14 years old, you are so intellectual for a 14-year-old.
I have gotten that so many times, even by my own family members. I have gotten that by my aunt. Shout out to you, Nana. I've gotten that by her. She's just like, you are so like, why do you talk so like I feel like I'm talking to an adult. And she was like, I feel like I'm talking to an adult. And I was like, I don't know. It's just my mindset. It's just
you're an artist, man, and you're it's it kind of comes with the territory.
Yeah,
it's like it's weird. Your brains think a little bit different than the norm. I mean, it's the way it goes. So,
Mom, thank you for calling in and joining us on the conversation.
Oh, you're very welcome. I'm gonna leave you to Kylie so she can tell you about her movie and everything.
No, we don't need to talk about that.
We'll have to find out.
Here comes the stage mother, man. Tell her about the movie. I love it.
Momager.
Yes. No, but
it's funny is, thank you, Mom, by the way, too. Yeah, it's great.
Have a good night, guys.
Thank you
too. Speaking of mothers, and we're going to get to your movie, but so my brother Jason, was the lead singer of the classic band Chicago, for 32 years, and my mom, even before that band was just, he was in her little top 40 bands back in the 70s. And so we just went to the Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, just like this gigantic, place where they have these massive concerts. So my brother's like singing, all these classic Chicago songs to ice skaters that are like literally like on the ice in this arena. And he's singing all these hits that he sang, in the 80s and 90s with his band. And there's these beautiful ice skaters, and my mom looks at me, man. And here she is. She's 86. We're sitting there watching my brother. He's singing so great, man. And at his age, and he's just belting it out, man, and just like killing it. And the crowd's going crazy watching these, like literally, like these are like ice skaters that are in the Olympics, man. And they're like doing their thing, and they're singing to my brother's hits, man. And my mom looks at me and goes, do they have enough reverb on his voice right now? And I'm like laughing, just going, it never ends with the moms. And, and I'm like laughing, going, Mom, the whole room has enough reverb. But this is like, I don't know how, this isn't a 4,000 seater. I mean, it was just like, and then, of course, afterwards, my brother goes, man, that was like incredible singing to that, kind of venue and having that natural, something that big. But the mothers, they never stop. I mean, there's my mom at 86. Did they have enough reverb on him? Did they have him loud enough? Our moms never give up, man. They're just like the champions, So a funny little story. I didn't mean to get off on that, but your mom, I can hear the love for her and, not just for the talent, but for her kids. So that's great.
All right.
So what about the movie?
Oh, great. Here we go.
Wait a second. Before we jump into the movie, I have somebody that wants to get on the phone and say hi to you real quick. So
okay.
Let's go to another caller who's been patiently waiting. Hello, you're on the air with Kylie Marshall.
Hello.
Hi. Wait. Is this who I think it is? Who is this?
My name is Ariana.
It's my cousin, y'all. We got
Hey!
Yo, my cousin's the same age as me, yo. That's my cousin. That's my dog. That's my dog.
That's your dog. Okay.
I'm her biggest fan.
Yeah, she's my biggest fan. She's my biggest supporter, even though she
That's
kinda
awesome.
I feel like she's my biggest supporter, yet she never knows what I'm doing. Like, I never tell her what I'm doing, but, she's always there. I love you, Ariana.
That means that she loves you for who you are, man. And that's a great thing, not the singer. She loves you because you're her cousin, and
Yeah.
she doesn't need to know all the things you're doing. She just loves you because you're her cousin, and that's a great thing.
Yeah, I love
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yes. Oh my God, Ari, you're still on the call. Ari, hang up, please. Ari, hang up, please.
Hang up, please. Okay, you're done. We're cutting you off. She said cut you off. We're like the bouncers. We're like the bouncers at the bar.
Thank you.
Done.
Thank you, Ariana. Thank you for calling.
Thank you, Ari. Love you.
Love you.
Okay, movie time. Let's talk about this movie.
Oh, Lord. Okay, yes. So I am doing a Christmas movie. I am shooting that this January. We are shooting
For
that.
next Christmas.
Yes, for next Christmas. It is a Christmas movie. It is called Athena Saves Christmas. I'm very excited. I'm working with Josh Weber, which is the director's name. I'm working with him on the movie. And I have a lead role. So
wow,
that's scary, but definitely it's going to be amazing. I'm so excited, and I'm very nervous, but I'm excited.
Of course you are. But you know what? You're going to do it. You're going to prevail. And that's just going to be another accolade for you. You're just, like I said, you're a girl to reckon with. Because you are going to, you're 14 now. When you're 16, look, see where you're going to be.
Oh, I'm kind of scared for that number. Don't say that yet.
It's
as much as I want to turn 16, I'm very scared of just hearing it because it's scary.
You're at a great time in your life. What a great age, man. There's lots of things, and there always is in life, no matter what age you're at, there's always, highs and lows and peaks and valleys, but you're at a really cool age, man. And you're young, and your voice and everything is super flexible, and it's a great time for you. This is the time that we all got into it at 14, 15, 16. That's when it really becomes alive, and you really know how to really use your instrument properly. You figured it out, and you figured it out in a pretty quick way, obviously. Like, who inspired you to sing originally? Who were you singing to that you thought, okay, I gotta, this person's the one? Who was it? Who was it for you?
It was Ariana Grande.
Yeah, makes sense.
It was definitely her, because my dad's whole camera roll, it's just me singing Ariana Grande, from when I was I want to say 7. I was 7.
Yeah.
I was 7. Literally from videos of me when I'm 7 singing Dangerous Woman, all that other stuff. I'm like, what?
I'd love to hear one of those.
Looking back, no, you will. You will. In your future, I will probably record it when I am 16. Just see.
No, I want to hear the one when you're 7.
Really?
Yeah, because you know what? That we all have them too. Trust me. And when you get older, you'll look back at those and you'll go. Even the stuff you're doing right now, you're gonna look back. Just like we did. I pull up stuff from the 80s that I thought I hated, and I listen to it, and I go, man, why was I so hard on myself? It's just the way it happens.
I do feel like I'm a little too hard on myself. I feel like I'm not like that, that bummed out about it. I do love that my dad has recorded so many videos and memories of me singing, because you can kind of look back on it, and not only look back on it, but seeing how much you've grown, and just good memories, good times. I love when I could
That's
just
exactly right.
sit in the living room, pick up a microphone that's connected to the TV or something, and just start singing. I love when I used to just be able to do that, and it was just.
But there had to be a point where you were singing, but there had to be a point when you had to really start focusing on how they were phrasing things and how they were tailing off things. And as a singer, those are the things that you listen to when you listen to other singers. It's not just the melody and the words. You're going, wait a minute, listen to the way they're tailing off there. That's just more vibrato and softer and dynamics, or a squeak at the end, or so there's a point where you have to focus on those things. You have your own natural ability, but You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about, but I'm not going to lie. I always kind of had that I'm going to copy what they're doing and just exactly what they're doing. I always kind of had that, like, I'm going to mimic this artist. I always had that. So yeah, that's always been like a thing, but it is kind of hard to get out of now because I'm doing my own music and it's hard to like, you know, not try to copy other artists. So it's
well, even artists nowadays still do covers of other artists.
Yeah.
You know, so there's nothing wrong about doing it. Throw some TikToks up of you doing Ariana.
No, I
Grande.
do. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do that. I do a lot of covers. I stopped doing covers after a while because when I started doing my music, I just wanted to focus on like getting like my music out and stuff. So when I first started doing covers, it was like the beginning of my music career. And then when I actually started getting into it, performing, doing tours, all this other stuff, recording, it started getting, I don't know. I started not being able to really do covers as much anymore like I used to be. But I'm starting to get back into it now. So it's good.
That's awesome.
You know what I love about technology today too is it's like that you guys have, I have too. And we didn't at the day. We'd have to put a record on and we have to listen really hard, you know, for like if you're listening to a part, whether you're learning a guitar part or you're learning a vocal or something. But now with all the cool technology out there, you know, you can listen to like isolated vocals and now you really hear the inflections of singers, man. And it's like, wow, man. So you can really hear, and you know what, I was just listening to like some Steven Tyler, some Aerosmith stuff the other day, and I loved it because they weren't like taking out the breath before the, you know, it was like, it was all there, you know, and you know, you can hear all this stuff going, you know, and they weren't going, oh, get rid of the at the end, you know, just get the and they're like, I'll cut that out at the end. Like, there's a breath, and you know, sing and I'll get to be I mean, they just dissect every little thing now, which is part of what it is. But when I love that about listening to some of those vocals, man, you hear like the, you know, even a plosive.
But it does depend on the artist because some artists are able to pull off that breath coming in and coming out, but some artists can't. So it's like
I gotcha. Yeah, but there was plosives, man. The guy, I'm sitting there going, man, they're like, you know, putting de-essers on and plosives and stuff in production. And I'm listening to these like 70s, you know, classic rock songs that are like, dang, it has, you know, because, you know, the guy's too close. There's no windscreen, you know, and next thing you know, he's like, poof, and you're like going, poof. But it's still in the recording, but you don't hear it when it's actually mixed in. But now they would be like, okay, we can't have that. You know, let's take the bottom shelf out. And, but you know, but that's fine. I mean, that technology is there, and it's cool to clean it all up. So I mean, it's a different world, and I love it too. So it's a double-edged sword for me.
You know, Kylie, before we wrap up here, I do want to squeeze one more song in for you. One of your songs in real quick. Over. Tell us about Over.
Over. Oh, okay. So there's actually a funny story about this too. I feel like there's so many funny stories and things that just turned out so good. But I was in the studio recording Fireflies actually, and we had like 3 hours. I was like, what am I gonna do? Because we finished the song. We had nothing to do. I had literally nothing. And I was like, I haven't done a cover song in a while. So I picked up one of my favorite songs at the time, which was Over. And I was like, let me see if I can do this. And I ended up doing it. It was great. I recorded a whole video in Atlanta when I went down there, and it was great. But we never actually released the video. But
we're going to release it right now.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
I've never seen the video myself.
Well, now you will, Kylie.
Yeah.
Wow, how different she looks within 3 months.
Every time we link up, it's only us that we thinking when we get there. Is it wrong? Is it right? You know that I miss you, but I be getting mixed signals while you slow down. Don't stop, it's green light. Now you calling me special when you know I can't have you. When I'm on to the next one, oh, now you won't get aggressive. Oh, what do you mean? You keep on making me bleed. Nightmares turn into a dream. If you're so toxic to me, what am I feeling? Cause I thought it was over. Got me thinking my feelings over. You keep doing it over. up sometimes. You say it don't mean it, just wondering when it's coming. Am I crazy for waiting on my side? Now you calling me special when you know I can't have you. When I'm under the next one, oh, now you won't get aggressive. Oh, what do you mean? You keep on making me bleed. Nightmares turn into a dream. If you're so toxic to me, what am I feeling? Cause I thought it was over. Got me thinking my feelings over. You keep doing it over and over. You keep calling me back. I'm just trying to get closer. You bringing me closer and closer. Phone ringing like over and over. Cause you keep calling me back. La 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 la. Why you keep calling me back? Why you keep calling me back? Now you working on my thin line. We've been through it like 10 times. I'ma put you in line. Yeah, how'd you wanna decline? Now I don't even wanna reply. I'ma have to decline. Yeah, you show me I don't wanna rewind. Yeah, no, you a 10, but that is totally fine. Wow, first time seeing that video, and you guys would be surprised. You're like, how have you not seen your own video? See, I don't get told things around here, so I'm kind of like you would think, oh, you're the artist, you get told a lot. It's all like the parents be handling all that. I don't know anything, so But that
Wow,
was
what a debut!
And sing. That's all you do, right?
Yeah.
You know what? That video right there, watching these 3 songs in such a short period, and kudos to Tony, because he's basically, in a short period, you're changing so much just physically as a human being that he's grabbing you from that real uber super young pop, little kind of rock kind of pop thing. And progressively, as you are maturing and changing, he's going along with it, not to such great lengths that it doesn't fit, but just precisely. You look so much more sophisticated. Your hair, your makeup is as we're talking about in the chat. So it's that's part of it too. And what a great thing! I love those big glasses on you too, man. Those are awesome.
Dude, I have a whole collection now. When I first started music, I have no pairs of glasses. Dude, I wasn't walking around wearing glasses. Oh, I'm gonna put on my sunshades today. No, I wasn't doing that. So no, I wasn't even thinking about that. But then when I started doing touring, Tony started getting me expensive shades, and I'm like, dude, what is going on? So now I have a whole collection. It's great.
They're nice, so don't they make you feel good wearing them too? Yeah.
Yes, I feel so expensive when I'm wearing them because it's the only expensive thing.
Well, they're quality. When you put something on that's quality, it's obvious,
you feel great.
I mean, it shouldn't change you as a person, but I understand, what it feels like to put something, on that.
It just feels like I'm on top of the world.
You didn't get them
and
at
you
Walmart.
should feel that way, and you should. You're doing a great job out
Not in
there.
a cocky way, y'all. I'm just saying.
It's all about confidence.
I like to feel good.
It's all about having self-confidence in yourself and doing what you enjoy doing and having that passion and sharing it with others. That's what it's all about, it's not about, the limelight, the glamour, and all the money. It's all about you enjoying what you do in the bottom of your heart. Okay. And Amanda even checking out her glasses. So in the chat room. But that's what it is. It's all about what's down here in the heart, and you sing it from the heart, enjoying and being you, and that's what it all comes from.
It's a great talent.
Yeah.
Tony wouldn't just pick somebody out of thin air if he didn't think he could do something. You didn't win the lottery, man. You earned it because you have the talent,
Yes.
So
I wish I did win the lottery though.
You did.
We all do.
That's a good thing to think about.
You've got about 4 more years before you can win the lottery. Okay, Kylie?
Yeah, true. I wish I did.
All right. So, Kylie Marshall, I really appreciate you taking some time and joining us and being on the show with us. We had so much fun with you.
I had so much fun being here, dude. It's so cool. You guys are sick.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. We're
He's
sick. We're sick, Darren.
It's actually, I'm going to say this is actually the coolest interview I've actually been through and actually had fun.
Oh, really?
Good. Yeah. Well, that's us. That's why it's
coolest.
called the Wild Child Show. You know, we were tame tonight, you know, because, you know, there is parental, you know, discretion, but we are grateful for that. And yeah, we're not your normal, you know, I'm not your normal 6-year-old. He's not your normal 90-year-old. So,
yeah,
I mean, you know, it's all good.
Yeah, exactly.
But we loved having you
I got
on
the
here.
youth serum works for me, so you can't tell I'm 90. So it's obviously, yeah.
You are not 90, dude. Stop lying.
Okay.
Stop lying.
He is in dog years.
Stop lying. Yeah, dog years. Dog years. I was about to say, like,
Yeah.
you look like you're like what? Late 20s?
Oh, look at she's great. Look at her.
I love you already. Yes.
You got the hand there like,
Late 20s. No, it's late 20s. No, for real.
I'm in the late 20s. That's it. You
That's
got
good.
it. Thank you, Kylie. That was the best compliment ever.
Love to having you on here. Incredible.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Really great.
Thank
Can't
you
wait
very
to see
much.
where you go.
And we definitely, hey, what do you got going on? Before I let you go, what do you got coming up music-wise for you?
Oh, music-wise, I am working on something that Chris Brown didn't release yet. That's in the works, and I'm also working on a oldie but a goodie. Very old song. Very old song. I'm not telling you which one, but I'm working on it.
Is it a Chicago song by chance?
No, but should I do one?
You should.
Yeah.
Why not?
Do Will You Still Love Me? That's my brother's first hit with Chicago. Will You Still Love Me? You can go Google it and find it. Hey, where do people find you? I mean, obviously all the social media platforms, but is there one like, you know, chain that they can get you all from?
I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm a crazy famous person. So if you want to DM me, just DM me. I'll answer. Like I wouldn't just like, you know, just text me if you ever want to just talk or just want to even just, you know, get
I
to know
love
me.
that. She's just being herself. She's
That's
just
cool.
like,
I'm just saying if they wanted to hear your music, that's what
No,
I was
that
going, like,
too. I mean that too. You guys
where can they find you social media wise?
You guys can find me on all platforms: Instagram, TikTok, Apple Music, Spotify. God, all the things.
Do you have your own web address where they can just kind of tap in? Or no?
I think so.
I don't okay, yeah, good. That's
I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna like
that's new technology. Yeah, who needs a website?
Yeah, who needs a website? You guys can just.
You
like,
got Apple Music, Spotify, I got TikTok, and YouTube.
I got TikTok,
who needs
Instagram, YouTube, everything?
Yeah, who needs a web address?
Websites are total year 2000.
1999. Those things are a thing of the past. What is a website anyway?
http://www.rogerthewildchildshow.com.
Hypertext transfer protocol / World Wide Web. Yeah. Okay.
Kylie Marshall, thank you again. Thank your parents and also Tony.
Thanks,
keep up the great work. Thank you, Dad.
Yeah, Dad. Yeah, Dad. Did a good job, Dad. Mom too.
Yes.
I guess my dad is not there. Wow. I thought.
What's your dad's name? What's your dad's first name?
His name is Floyd. Actually, I want to get him down here. Dad.
Floyd.
Dad.
Floyd.
Floyd. Dad.
No.
Okay.
Floyd.
Where's he at?
All right.
I
I
forget.
don't even hear him. He probably fell asleep. I don't even hear him.
Is that what that snoring was in the background? I was thinking, is that just what is that noise? Like,
No, that was probably me.
Floyd.
Floyd.
I love that. What a great name, Floyd. You don't hear that name much, man. That's totally cool. Floyd. What's your name? Floyd.
Cool, dude. I wish he was here.
Floyd Mayweather.
Man.
I know.
Yeah,
I'd love to meet him.
Man.
Yes, we
Actually,
do.
I'm gonna go get him right now. Y'all, I will be back.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyways, Darren, let me tell you, while she's running to get her dad.
Listen. That was that young lady's talented, man.
Yes, she is.
And Tony is the man.
He is the man.
I mean, he really is. To watch the progression of those 3 videos in such a short time, too. See, he's got the mindset of some people get stuck in the same thing, and he's got that intuition and he's got that experience. Okay.
He can't be on social media, so his job.
Okay. All right. No problem.
I got you. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
the jacket. The jacket. A lot of people want to see my jacket.
Yeah, we want to see your jacket.
It's actually Tony's that he gave to me for the
Nice.
one that we had. So, yeah.
Love the jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look like you're in 3rd grade on the back of that. Within 6 months, you've changed. It's like,
No, literally. No, it's crazy. It's crazy. Whenever
That's
I'm looking at
awesome.
myself in those old pictures, it's so weird because I'm like, why did I look like that? Who let me take the picture? No, but I'm just playing. I wasn't that
It's all good, man. Tell Floyd we love him, man, and he's a good dude, and we wish he could be on here, but we understand why he can't.
Completely understand. Yes.
He said hi to
Yeah.
you guys, though.
Okay,
Awesome.
thank you. Yeah. Floyd, I know you're watching. What's up, dude?
Floyd!
Oh my God, I have
All
to
right.
send that to him later.
Floyd.
All right, Kylie Marshall, thank you so much. You have yourself a great night. Enjoy your holiday as well. So,
Where is that? You guys too. Bye.
Right on.
See you later.
Thank you.
what? Oh my gosh, she's so amazing.
Incredible. Wow. And
A
so
star
young
is
and so
born.
insightful. Sometimes
Yes.
that damn stupid, bullying's, it's either going to make you stronger or it's going to beat you up, man. And it looks like
Exactly,
in
yeah.
her particular case, it helped her become, stronger and a better person. But it's not the case for a lot of people. And even if they have the talent, depending on once again, are they an introvert? Are they an extrovert? How much can you put up with? I find that weird today. I mean, there's so much stuff being controlled in
It is.
environments today that you would think that bullying would be like 100%. You can't say a certain word on social media without getting blasted. How does this
Yeah.
shit still happen like in schools? I mean, that's like ridiculous, man. I mean,
They
you can
bring
get
you in the
knocked off
office,
social
they
media.
talk to you, and then say, hey, have a day. And if there's more problem, come and talk to us. I think people don't want to acknowledge what's going on, and it's easier to ignore it than to accept the reality of what's going on.
Yeah, but the internet, they freaking censor like it's but in the real world, it's like that's where you need to be as hardcore as you are online. I mean, online on Facebook, you say one wrong thing and you're banned for 30 days. There's repercussions through social media, but in the real world where it really needs to be implemented, they're not doing a damn thing. And it's like,
No,
are
they're
you
not.
kidding?
Right.
That's just ridiculous. But anyway, don't get me fired up on that.
That's a new episode, okay? That's a completely
is.
different one. It really is. But no, it's great. I mean, we touched base on it. I mean, obviously, bullying is an issue, and it needs to be addressed. And it's and I'm glad she was able to be comfortable enough to speak out about it
Me
and be
too.
able to talk about her situation. And maybe it'll help somebody else that's out there watching she's influencing, that's afraid to speak up. Okay.
Yeah, forgiving's a big part of it. I've forgiven Roger for bullying me for a while.
Well,
And,
I
it's
forgive
just-
you for talking crap about me all the time. So it's
Okay.
cool.
See, it's all about forgiveness.
Yes.
So it's all good. See, it can be worked out.
It can. Thanks, Darren. I'm glad we hashed it all out. So we're still friends.
Yeah.
So, I mean, all joking aside, though, parents, speak out to your kids. Look for the signs. If bullying is going on and they're just, they just they're not themselves. Don't ignore it. And sit down and have that conversation with them, because you know what? Maybe they're afraid to say something. So it may take you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. But yeah, I mean, I did that with my kids a lot, 'cause if I sensed something, I'd say, hey, is something going on? Did something happen across the street at the neighbor's house? And, a lot of times they're not going to tell you the truth. I mean, but at least I never have to look back and go, well, at least I didn't try and,
right.
Get in there, to sit idle is one thing, and, kids might not tell you, but I certainly was asking, and, not in a way, where it's like they're the bad person, but, they're young and how they internalize all that. And, do they want to look stupid in front of their friends and their dad coming out, in his slippers and freaking, pajamas going, you little son of a bitch, what are you doing to my kid across the street here? It's like, that's what your kid doesn't want you to do. And parents, have a tendency to
don't embarrass me, Dad. I don't want you to embarrass me. I'm not going to say anything.
Right.
And so like parents don't try to be that, superhero parent that's going to jump in. Be there and just be there and listen. Go to their level. Don't bring them to your level.
Yeah.
You need to sit down and be at their level, look at them eye to eye, let them talk to you and just listen. That the best thing that you can do as a parent is to be able to listen to your kid if they're having a hard time. And don't think that nothing's going on. Because if it is, you're going to want to know about it. And they're going to spill the beans. Once you get them to the point where they can be able to open up and discuss how they feel.
Yeah.
You're going to be their best friend, and you're going to have that bond, that relationship with them.
Yeah,
and
you can see that with her already. You can see it. She learned
parent.
it, and that's a rarity, man, at that age. But thank God her and her parents have been able to break that barrier, because it usually takes kids a lot longer to open up to their parents, no matter what.
Absolutely.
Hey, Richard, you have a good night too, buddy, man. Good to see you.
We appreciate you watching tonight, Richard. I hope all is well.
Me too, buddy.
So we got a couple more episodes left for the year. Sunday, December 18th, the Nashville show. We're going to do Roger the Wild Child show Country Christmas. 3 hours of live performances from the past singers, songwriters, and artists that came on the show. It's going to be a jam-packed 3 hours. You guys are not going to want to miss this show. December 18th, mark it on your calendars. It will be at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, like our normal time, but the show it'll be a 3-hour show. And I believe we're going to have about 15. I'm hoping that we're going to be able to lock in 15 guests to come in and just sing Christmas songs for us. So
a 3-hour tour.
A 3-hour tour. And I want to thank Ike Avelli for providing us the celebrity sleaze and our guest, the amazing Kylie Marshall. Kylie and Tony Mercedes, thank you so much for introducing us to her.
Yeah.
What a great girl she is. And as always, I do want to thank you, Darren, for taking time of your life to just spend an hour and a half with me every week.
You don't need to thank me, man. I mean, I appreciate you saying that, and that's kind of you, but we have a good time doing this.
We do.
And I like it.
Yeah.
I like it, man. So thank you too.
Love you, man. You're my BFF, dude.
Yeah, man. Love you more than my parents, man.
All right, guys. We will see you guys next Wednesday and then this Sunday for another edition of the Nashville Show. You guys have a great week.
Love you, man.